Hello everyone, this is Afsar Ali. So in this video today, we're gonna see about how we can access Gmail, Google Drive, Google Sheet, etc. using Google APIs, right? Gmail APIs, Google Drive API, Google Sheet API, everything. So we'll discuss about that in this using Java, how we can access those, okay? So to access the Gmail, this Google Drive or Google Sheet, we need to use OAuth 2.0 to access Google API. If you go to this website, developers.google.com, then identity protocol OAuth 2. So this particular site, if you see, there are steps already available there. So you need to follow those steps and you'll be able to enable OAuth 2 authorization. And so the first step is obtain OAuth uh, 2.0 credential from the Google API console. So first you need to go to this particular Google API console. Then we need to get the credential from there. We'll see how we can get that. And then second one is obtain access token from Google authorization server. So basically when we hit the Gmail API, so we need access token or authorization token, right? So in that case, we'll be getting this from the next step. And after that, this access token to an API. So basically, we'll get the access token. In here, we'll be setting some scope and everything. So we'll see that. And then when we hit the API, we need to send the access token in that. And the refresh token is basically something that we can generate our token, a new token using this refresh token. So this would be constant for that particular account, that Gmail account that we'll be using. Suppose I'll be using this one, right? So it will have something called one refresh token, and there will be another call, something called auth token. Okay. So this auth token, it will be expired each time. Okay. Like if you sign into Google, right? So after some time, like 30 minutes or 1 hour, when you try to refresh that, your account got locked out, right? Because this auth token is expired for that session, or maybe session expired you'll get. So this refresh token will be used to generate a fresh auth token, right? So we'll see how we can do that as well. Okay. Okay, so now the first step is create a project. So to create the project, so just go to the same URL, this URL. I'll be giving this URL in the description as well. And in here, in step one, first visit Google API console. Just follow this documentation as well. And go to console.developer.google.com. Okay, in here, if you already logged in with your account, so this is the new account that I created. So I'll be using this training Gmail, okay, 89@gmail.com. So I logged in already in Chrome browser. So it's asking me, it's already logged in, right? So if it is not logged in your case, so you need to log in using your username and password, then you will see this particular page, like API and services page, that is the console.developer.google.com. Okay, so this is the page. Now the next thing that we need to create is we need to create a project over here. So if you have already a project, then it will ask you to select from here, but we don't have any project over here. So what we'll do, we'll create a project. Let me dismiss this one. I think your free trial is waiting something. We don't need it for now. That's fine. So just click on create and it will create a project. Maybe any name you can provide, YouTube training. Okay. No organization, it's fine. I created one project now. It's creating. Okay, so now it's seems one project is being created and it say enable APIs and services. Okay, you can see in here YouTube training, my project. In this also you can see your project, and you need to click on this enable APIs and services. So if I click on that, it will ask you which APIs you want to enable for this particular project. So you can do anything like G Suite, like all Google Drive API, Calendar API, Gmail API, or Google Sheet API. So all the APIs available, you can select from here, or Hangout. So those are the APIs available, and or also you can select the YouTube APIs as well, Google Plus API. So for now, what we'll do, we'll just enable for Google API. Okay, enable this. Fine. So it will enable the Gmail API. Okay, so you can say it's saying disable API. That means it's already enabled. Fine. If I go back, you can see here the Gmail already. Sorry. If I go to here, APIs and services dashboard, then I can see the Gmail already there. So whatever the API enable, you can see in the list over here in this particular section, right? So this is now. Now I need to go to create a credential as well. Okay, obtain the first time done, then obtain access token from the Google authorization service. So within this console.developer, you can see there is a credential section as well within our newly created project YouTube training. So within that, you can see in here credentials. Okay, so within the credential, you need to enable the credential as well. So just click on this create credential, and I need to click on this OAuth client ID. Okay, so if I click on this, so it will ask you to select something, but the first time it is disabled because you need to configure consent. Some consent you need to configure. So click on that consent, or maybe just first go to the OAuth consent screen, then go to the credential. Okay, so in here you need to select whether it's internal or external. Okay, available to any user with a Google account, you can say like that, or maybe if you have your domain or something, you can specify like within my internal company, you will be able to access this API or this Gmail thing. All right. So for now, I'll be just making it external and then create. And now it will go to here, and you can just provide any name like the project application name. If you have already one application, you can do it, or maybe I can just write anything, training app. Okay, and then I'll just click on save over here, and now I got this one consent already done. So the next thing, I'll just go to the credential again, go to the OAuth client. So now it's enabled. So I'll select the web application, maybe this one, YouTube application, something like that, or any name you want to give, you can provide there. Then here authorized redirect URL. So if you have a new application already, you can provide your application URL, or if you don't have, then maybe just write localhost. So it will redirect to the local host only. Okay, so this is done. Then click on create. So now you should see this your client ID and your client secret. So just save this it is needed in the latter steps. So I'll just copy the first one, the client ID, and I can say this is my client ID, and another one is client secret. Okay, so this is my client secret. So this is done. So then go to this again, the developer.google.com, this webpage, OS2. Then you need to go to here, this one, using OAuth 2.0 for web server application. So we need to create some credential as well. So just go to this particular link. Okay, so once you go there, so you can do using different languages, Go, Java, .NET, Node.js, PHP, Python, Ruby, etc. Programmatically you can create, but it's just simple if you do from command line. So I'll be using command line first to generate those credential and auth token and refresh token. Yeah, so that would be easy for us. So for that, what we need to do is just go till here, HTTP or REST API. So this is my URL. You can say this is the base URL, and these are the parameters that we need to provide. Okay. The first thing what we can do, if you go, maybe just get the one example over here. So I'll just copy this example. Okay, and paste here. Okay, so in here you can see the different things, different parameters. Okay, like scope, access type, include, grant something. Maybe I'll just make it a little larger. So now it is increased. You can see here. So here, what we need to do is the scope. Scope is something I need to get it from here. If I go to the web page again, so for scope, you can see something called here in this section. Just open the scope, API scopes. Okay, so in here you can see what are the API scopes. Which API that we'll be using will be using Gmail API, right? So I can say Gmail API scope. Okay, so Gmail API. So in here you can see there are a lot of scopes. Scope means something. What do you want to restrict a particular user, right? Suppose in your Gmail, you can say only someone can send the email, or maybe only they can read the email. They cannot send the email, right? Or maybe they can only see the email, only read on the access you want to provide. So kind of the restriction, what you want to give. This is only if you want to only send message only, no read or modify privilege on mailbox, something like that. And the last one is full access. So they can do each and everything what you can do after logging in your Gmail, right? So everything you can do. And here there are different scopes available. So I'll be using the last one. Okay, and just paste that here. Okay, after that it will be and then access type, let it be offline. Okay, include granted scopes, is a true, and the state parameter pass through value, and the this one would be HTTP, redirect to URL would be the local host, HTTP local host, and the response type would be code, client ID, and the client ID you need to provide. Okay, client ID we already got it from here. You can see this is my client ID. Okay, so I can use that client ID here, and the response type, one code will be generated, right? So fine, what we can do is just copy this thing and go to, we can use the curl command, or what we can do, we can just use in browser as well. So if I go to Chrome browser, and in here I'll just paste the same credential that whatever we copied, okay, and just hit enter. So this will ask you first to sign in. So once you give the your credential and you are able to sign in, then this page will come up. This app is not verified or something. Go to YouTube training app unsafe. So just click on that unsafe one. So here you need to just provide allow. Okay, so once you provide allow, and you can say you are in this page. Here also you need to provide just allow. Okay, so now you can see in here the redirect URL will provide the local host. In case if you have provided your website, then it will go to your website. Just copy whole thing from here. Okay, go to the text, and here just paste that one. So this is your code. You can see the code that we wanted, we got it from here already. Okay, so now the next step, so once that is being generated, second, so in here we followed this one OAuth code we got already, right, in the last step here, this one. So then the next step would be to generate our refresh token and your auth token. So using this particular step 5. Okay, so refresh and access token, we need to get it using this OAuth thing. So what you need to do is just copy this thing from here. Okay, and just keep in here, or just form one post request. Fine. So the code here, you need to just change the code. Code would be this one. You can see in here. This is my code till here, and okay, the code I got it from there. Fine. The client ID. So the client ID we already got it here. The first one. Just change your client ID, then client secret. Here I got the client secret as well, and the redirect URI. So the redirect URI, I can say the same as localhost. Okay, so this is my redirect URI, and the authorization code, grant type is authorization code. So this will give me the auth code. Okay, so then what I need to do, just if I go here and just put a curl command, okay, in the from the command line. Okay, so in the postman, so I just put this one. The base URL would be https oauth2.googleapi.com/token, and in the body, okay, in the body section, just click on the raw and paste this rest code from here. Okay, once you paste it over here, and make sure you in the header type is selected the application XWW form URL encoded. Okay, once that is being done, just click on send. So in here, I can see I am getting some issue with this. It's a bad request. It seems because it's a URL encoded, when we send some special character in the URL, it should be encoded, right? So uh, I don't know, maybe some issue with the URL uh, encode. So for that, so what I have done is I'll be doing the same post command. Instead of in the postman, I'll be doing in a here in the terminal. So you have to use this curl command. So this curl requests the post, then data, and here it should be the authentication code from the link, the code that we received from here, the first one. Okay. Once we receive that code, just paste it here, and the client ID, you already know the client ID. We got the first one, and the client secret also we know the second one. Okay, and then you then you need to provide the redirect URL. Okay, so just put anything. I in our case HTTP localhost. So same thing I have done in here. You can see. So first is the code, the second one is the client ID, then last one is the client secret. So once you get the client secret, okay, then a redirect URL would be this, then grant type authorization code. So just paste this whole thing. Okay, so this one I'll be providing in description as well. Just copy and paste in your command line. So once you paste over here and enter, then you will get the access token and the refresh token. Okay, so I'll just put it in here, the response of these. So we got the access token, this is the auth token, and this is expire in this 3600 millisecond or second, I don't know. Okay, then refresh. I think it's a 1 hour validity. 1 hour validity, and in every 1 hour it will be changed. So you need to get uh, the new access token, right? And using this refresh token. So this is more important. So you, if you have this refresh token, you can get the access token anytime. Okay, so we'll see how we'll get that. So till now this is good. So we got the access token for and the refresh token as well. Okay, so now you can see we are here till now. Okay, and this here auth 2 for server side web app. So we got the access token, token type bearer, refresh token. Then the next step would be like we can call the Gmail. Okay, get this. So before that, let me just show you another one. If this token, the token that we received, okay, this access token, if it is expired, then how to get the new refresh token. Okay, a new access token. So in here, if you go down, refreshing an access token offline access. So in here, what you need to do is, if you have this client ID, we know we have the client secret, we know, and the refresh token we already know. So if we give this three information, it will give us the access token. So this access token you can use, reuse again. Okay, so we'll see how we can do that as well. Okay, so for getting a new access token using refresh token, this is the curl command. So this one also I'll put in the description. Okay, so it's also post request, the client ID, you know, to provide the client ID here, the client secret. Okay, this is client secret, then the refresh token that we received from the previous uh, thing, previous request. Okay, and the response. So this is the access token, this is my refresh token. So this would be the constant, so this will not change. Okay, so once I provide this refresh token over here, you can see the refresh token, and this one will give me the access token, right? So let me just see in here. You can see, let me just use this. If I copy here and paste this, then I'll be getting new access token each time. Okay, so this is my access token I can reuse. So suppose I want to call any API, maybe let me just check for testing. What I can do, just go to, yeah, get response, Google APIs, Drive, V2 access, and we have the access token as well. So this thing, what I can do, maybe I'll use the curl command for this as well. Let me find the, paste it here. I think the response would be for 1 hour. Okay, so this will last for 1 hour, and let me just put the, not this one, sorry, and this one, this is for Drive, Google Drive, but we need for Gmail, right? So in the next video, we'll see how we can use this access token to get access to the Gmail inbox, and how to send the email, and these are the Google API. You can see in the Google API, you can find a lot of informations, maybe sample. Okay, so in here, the references, you can see these are the HTTP requests, user ID and profile, user ID stop, user ID watch. There are a lot of REST APIs available for that. Okay, so we'll use some of them in the next video. Okay, so thank, bye for now.